Hello folks, क्या हाल? So today in this video we will be talking about a scam that has been going on around the internet where the scammer sends you a password which is actually your real password and then wants to extort money out of it. Because it is a subject that I'm not an expert on, I've got an expert in house and we will be talking more about what the scam is, what exactly does the scammer really have in you and how to interact with it. So to begin with, what is this scam?
So the scam we are going to talk about is the scam through an email. This particular scam, what happens is that somebody sends you an email with your actual password that you have been using or you have used in the past, and they try to extort money from you in that email. It can be a current password, it can be an old password. But
it's a real password. Yeah. How do they even get that password?
Yeah, so what happens is that sometimes the data from the websites gets leaked, gets stolen, whatever happens, and the data ends up on the internet. Okay. And once it's on the internet, it's accessible to everyone. And then there are some bad people. They have some application running. Yeah, so those bad people, they are looking for these kind of information on the internet. And as soon as they see that an email address and password combination is leaked on the internet, they have some automated applications and they start sending emails like this, and where they say that they have your password and that they have your contact information and they know all the friends that you have on Facebook and on Instagram or whatever social media that you use, and they say that we have your compromising videos and we have your search history and we found something that you don't want to share with them. So basically they try to intimidate you, and then they ask for some money through Bitcoin or some other payment method which cannot be tracked easily.
Okay. So, for example, if my Gmail account has been compromised somehow through some website and somebody has my password, so that essentially means that that person can log into my account and can access my emails and can access my contacts, right?
Yes, that's true. If your password is leaked on the internet, that's obviously an alarming thing. So one very effective way to protect yourself from these kind of things is two-factor authentication, and normally almost every website support two-factor authentication. So what happens is that you log in with your password, and then in the next step you get a request to put a one-time password. So you either receive that password in your SMS inbox, or you have some application running, some Google Authenticator or something similar that generates a one-time authentication password for you. So in that case, even if somebody has your password, they cannot log in unless they pass the second authentication challenge, which only you can do since you have your phone and your application.
Okay, it's not particularly easy. I have had two-factor authentication for quite some time. It is a pain, to be honest, but I suppose that it is that pain or the pain of losing your contact or your data. So it's like you have to pick and choose. So we understand how can somebody get your password. When somebody sends you that sort of an email, what should you do? Go screw yourself, or how do you deal with it?
So generally when you receive this kind of email, it's not a person who's sending the email, it's basically a system which is sending an email. Because whenever this data breach happens, data of millions of accounts is leaked in these kind of data breaches. So there's not a single person who's sitting somewhere and reading those email address and passwords and sending those emails. So it's a system which is doing it. So when you reply to that email, generally nothing happens because there's nobody who's looking for the reply. So they're just waiting for the money to be transferred in the account if somebody transfers it.
But somebody might, like if somebody were not particularly tech savvy or did not quite know, they might just get intimidated and send that money, right?
Yeah, that happens, and that's the reason that these kind of scams exist. And even if it's, let's say, 1% people who are sending the money, and it's the 1% of 1 million, so they still get a lot of money from these kind of scams, and that's how they keep.
Can you possibly you can report it, right? Can you go to an authority and tell them that, oh, I'm being bullied?
So basically they're not targeting specifically you. So you cannot say that I am being bullied or it's a cyberbullying case. It's basically fall in the category of phishing scam. So they are trying to extract some information or some money, something from you, and they are not specifically targeting you, but they came to you because they saw your email address and password somewhere on the internet. So what you can do is in the email services like Gmail and Hotmail and Yahoo and all the popular services, they have an option to report phishing scams. So, and then they see themselves if they need to take an action on that, or they say that these email addresses are sending phishing scams, so they block them from their network, or whatever actions they have decided to take on those emails.
So the idea is to not engage with them and just report them. Do they actually have something on you, like when they the email that you received, it says something about having compromising videos? What were you doing? 1 second. But do they actually have those videos?
So basically, they have only your password, which was leaked on the internet, and we don't have anything else. But since they have one information about you which is true, and they can claim that they have more information, and it's easier for a person to believe that, okay, if they have a password, maybe they have the other things that they are claiming, but it's only the first thing that they have, that's the password. And getting your videos, recording your videos from your computer or your phone, it's not very easy for anybody else, because all the modern operating systems, either macOS on Apple computers or Windows computers, they have a lot of security built in now.
Okay.
And it's not easy for anybody to just start recording your videos or start accessing the information from your computer.
जैसे we see in a lot of Hollywood series के कोई hacker होता है, वो चार्ज करता है और एकदम से उसके बाद सब चीज का access आ जाता है. So that doesn't quite happen.
Yeah, that's only the Hollywood.
That's not reality, guys. It doesn't that's not all it takes to hack into somebody's account, let alone
Yeah, people need to see documentaries of real hackers.
Who sit in like airless, lightless room for 77 hours and then try and get something. But in reality, hacking, or especially when it comes to webcam.
And even you don't need to sit in a small room for hacking. You can sit in an office.
Stereotypes.
Work 7 hours every day for a few months. And then possibly...
Few months?
It depends what you are trying to crack or trying to hack. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of resources.
पहले से बॉलीवुड ने बर्बाद किया, हॉलीवुड ने बर्बाद कर दिया the concept and the IQ of general population. अच्छा, so we understood what the scam is. So when they come out to you and they tell you that they have your password and they have compromising videos and your data and they leak it, it sort of scares you a bit, and then they want to extort money out of you. How do they get it? Online breaches. How can you protect yourself? So you already mentioned two-factor authentication. That is way one. Is there anything else?
Yeah, so the first thing is to change your password and do it at least 3 or 6 months. Change your password. And when you change your password, set it a strong password. So strong password is a combination of small letters, capital letters, numbers, and some special characters. And there are a lot of websites on the internet. So if you just go to Google and search for strong password generator, so you can generate a 16-digit, 18-digit password and use that password in your account. Then there are some password managers available who save those passwords for you.
Are they safe? I just always think that किसी और को बता रहे हैं, so that is step one of a breach, right?
The systems like Keychain, they store password in a way that cannot give away your password. So they have a lot of security algorithms implemented already. So they store it in a way that it cannot give it away.
So, two-factor authentication. दूसरा is to change your password every 3 to 6 months at least. Is there anything else?
Strong passwords.
Strong passwords, yes. Keep strong passwords.
Yeah, and then there are services available. They monitor your email address and they can send you an email if they see that your email was a part of any data breach. Because these data breaches, they happen very frequently, and even some websites which are very popular and they have implemented a lot of security standards, even their passwords get leaked. For example, LinkedIn, I think twice their passwords were leaked. It can be a small website whose data is leaked, and it can be a big website. So just get unlucky and something happens, either an employee leaks their data or some security group attack their website and they get the data. So it can happen to any website. And I'll show you website where you can go and you can put your email address right now and it will show you if your email address was a part of any previous data breach. Website called Firefox Monitor.
Which I'm assuming only works on Firefox. No, serious question. So I can use it from Safari as well?
Yeah, you can use it. It's like Gmail works on everything, not only
Why does it call Firefox?
Because Firefox made the service. So if you, let's put your address, it's shaheen@cherrycross.com, right?
Okay, so essentially you go to monitor.firefox.com and then you enter your email address.
And then you search for it, and here you can see that results for shaheen@cherrycross.com. This email appeared in 2 known data breaches, and this one breach happened on August 9, 2019 from a service called Canva, and their password and email addresses were compromised. And then there's another service called Shine, and the breach happened on July 17th, 2019. The passwords and email addresses were compromised. So the data from these websites, which was cracked, it ended up somewhere on the internet.
Okay. So essentially you go on these and then you set an alert कि अगर मेरा data, अगर मेरा email address breach हो कोई भी किसी भी service से किसी भी email address किसी भी website से, so then you are notified and then you quickly go and change your password. So to protect yourself, two-factor authentication, 6 to 3 months, change password, strong password, and then register yourself at monitor.firefox.com, which is not a sponsor of this video,
or,
but you know,
or any other
or any other, yeah,
service which checks for data breaches.
So I think we have covered all the points that I could think of. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys liked having this special man in this video on my channel. And if you want us to talk about something, drop it in comments. And then, yeah.